Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek War. We are here to talk the second round of the Cruiserweight Classic, and I'm Mad Mike. You know who I am. With me, as always, is the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic, particularly after watching this week's Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, this has been a really great tournament. just great all around. All right, so we do this one a little differently. If you guys are new, welcome. Hi, I'm Mad Mike. Nice to meet you. We just basically go through each match. There's no good, bad, change. There's no word. We just talk because this is just straight wrestling, Holmes. So, Eamon, what was the first match we were treated to?
The first match of this episode's second round action is Akira Tozawa of Japan taking on Jack Gallagher of the UK. And holy crap, was this fun.
This might be my... I mean, I'm not going to say my favorite match in all of this Cruiserweight Classic, because that's a tall order.
Yeah.
But it's definitely top 3 or 4, I think.
This was the match I was very happy with in the fact that this match I did not know what it was going to look like going in, because both of these men have very, very different styles. And they work so well together. It was just really cool to see. Jack Gallagher was awesome in this. And I think I think the reason it works so well is because Akira Tozawa is so expressive.
Yeah.
Like,
both visually and vocally too.
And vocally, yeah. Like, he's really, I think, and that's unlike a lot of Japanese wrestlers, is that he's able to kind of bridge that gap as far as, expressing himself in a sense, because I think a lot of people have that perception with Japanese or even Mexican wrestlers that they can't. It's that old Vince Russo thing of, like, no one's going to get behind a wrestler that they can't understand their language, and I think that Akira kind of proves that doesn't always have to be the case, and just some of the holds he was putting him in, like, and how, like, he would just be, like, yelling and stuff like that. Like, it was perfect.
And Jack Gallagher working on that leg the whole match.
Very, very. I love the psychology in this.
Mm-hmm. Also, it definitely had 2 of my favorite spots in all of the CWC.
Yes.
There's one spot where Jack Gallagher has like a heel hook on, but he has it on so that Gallagher's laying out like he's being drawn by Leo DiCaprio on Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
And Tozawa's just trying to reach for the rope, and Gallagher's just like waving at him. Yeah. It's really the best thing. Like, someone needs to make that a GIF immediately. And
yeah.
And the other spot, I don't even know how you do this. He made Tozawa almost make himself tap out.
It was really spectacular. It's an old, it's straight up, like, the only person I can think of that I've seen do this is, like, Mike Quackenbush, in the way that you basically tie your opponent in a ball and then, like, roll them on their side to where they cannot escape. And
it was so great because you could tell, like, Tozawa was in pain, but even the referee didn't know what to do. Like, if that ended the match, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But then it got even more amazing, where Gallagher just went up and kicked him in the butt. Just kicked him in the butt like it was a soccer tip-off. Just awesome. If you're not watching this show, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Watch a Cruiserweight Classic. It's goddamn amazing. It's the reason to have the network right now. It is the reason. Like, if you told me I was paying $10 for each round of the Cruiserweight Classic, take all my money. Just take it.
But what about Holy Foley, though? I'm kidding. But yeah.
Did you see that preview, Eamon?
I did not. Okay.
Don't do it.
I also, going back to when you mentioned about the Gallagher working on his leg, which I really loved in this match. That finish, Tozawa quick German suplexes him. And then
I like how you said Cesaro.
Did I say Tozawa?
You said Cesaro.
I meant Tozawa. Yeah,
It could have very well been Cesaro.
I also really love the line, amazing line that Brian dropped about forget Brock Lesnar. Akira Tozawa throws the best German suplex, and I would fully agree. Because Brock's German's good, but it's just the appeal to it is that he doesn't care where the guy lands.
Brock just does half of it. Brock doesn't do a follow through. He just whoop.
Right.
He just tosses somebody.
But Tozawa's, I think, is perfect. And the best was the delayed German suplex where Gallagher tries to reach down towards his leg, but Tozawa just powers him over. So good.
It was really and now, do you consider this an upset?
See, I was in between on this because I think either of them could have been good. I would have think Gallagher would have been more of an upset just because Gallagher has because Tozawa had more of a name before the tournament.
Okay, see, because me, the way they've been pushing Jack Gallagher, I consider this an upset. I consider based on what WWE has done with this,
right.
I consider this an upset, which I was shocked that Gallagher lost this match.
I was thinking Gallagher was going to win it, but yeah, it's an upset. I think in your perspective, but yet, like I said, like in mine, like I knew more of Tozawa going in than I do of Gallagher. So I think in that sense, but at the same time,
well, don't get me wrong. I knew about Tozawa and stuff. I'm just saying the way WWE has portrayed it, because bracketology, they had a big thing on Jack Gallagher. Basically every round they've had a big thing on Jack Gallagher. And I don't know. I just thought that WWE was saying, "Hey, this is gonna be one of the guys in the Final Four." But he wasn't, and it's awesome.
And I think it would have been interesting because other than Grand Metalik, it seems like there's a lot more UK-based stuff on the left side of the tournament. And I think it's interesting. It's interesting that he did get taken out because I think Saber's kind of a shoe-in to go forward. We saw Noam Dar advance this week. Spoiler. But I think. Yeah,
I was gonna say we're about to talk about it, Eamon. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, like I think it's cool that Tozawa advanced and kind of, I liked it more than Kota is, advancing from the Japanese side of things. And just his work afterwards, like he really even sold the leg after the match, which I think was really great. And yeah, I thought this was really fun.
Yeah, definitely one of the more fun matches that we've had. All right, so what was the next match that you possibly already spoiled?
That I possibly already spoiled was Noam Dar taking on Ho Lun of China.
Yes.
This was good. This was to me, these were two guys better showings in this match than they had in their respective first round matches.
I don't know about that. I think Ho Lun had a better first round match. Noam Dar looked better this round. But Ho Lun, I feel, had a better first round match.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and this match was fine. I didn't really think there was anything too I'm still not sold on Noam Dar. I'm not I don't.
I think his style is very bare bones in a sense. Like it's not overly flashy. It's not overly based in a specific style, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why he kind of not blends, but
he sticks out because he doesn't have a specific style like that.
Right, because he's not like Saber, where he's specifically doing the map based style. He's not like Kota with the kicks. He's not like Grand Metalik with the high flying. He's kind of
he's not even like Kendrick with the desperate veteran stuff.
It's gonna sound like an insult when I say this, and I don't mean it to, but he's kind of like your average indie wrestler.
Yeah.
Where it's they're a good wrestler, but they don't have a specific. He's kind of like a Johnny Gargano, maybe is the closest I can think of, where Johnny isn't really defined by a certain way that he wrestles. He's just a good wrestler. If that makes sense.
I'm trying to. He what he reminds me of, and I don't mean this as an insult because I know a lot of people like this guy. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I can see that.
And for any of you guys who watched our midweek wars about Ring of Honor, I'm not a fan of Roderick Strong.
I'm not either. There's a lot of people who are, and I think it's because of that indie kind of.
Yeah. But
that
he reminds me.
mentality.
He reminds me a lot of Roddy. Like, there's nothing specific about Noam Dar that strikes me. Like, not even his backstory.
I feel like he should have more of a backstory. And
Yeah,
I feel
like Ho Lun saying that first he thought he was getting trained in wrestling, but was actually getting trained in judo, is amazing. Yeah. That is so awesome.
And I liked that, because I feel like Noam Dar has stuff. Like his type said, what is it, no role models or something like that?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. I feel like he has stuff that they're just not commenting on for some reason. You know,
yeah,
I feel like
if there was gonna be one big underdog match, it should have been Ho Lun.
Yeah.
Because Noam Dar seems like the kind of guy they're gonna sign anyway. And I feel like Ho Lun being the only representative from China, like being one of the guys that started wrestling in Hong Kong, like that's a cool story to carry over. And I don't know.
I think the crowd didn't take to Ho Lun as much. And I think the reason is because I don't think the crowd fully realizes there's a difference between Chinese wrestling and Japanese wrestling.
And also they couldn't come up with a funny chant for him.
They almost did. They tried. They tried something in this match.
Oh! I was gonna get to it when we finished discussing the actual match.
But him and Jason Lee, like I think Jason Lee was more could lean more towards like a Japanese style, but I think people need to realize that the Chinese style isn't the same as the Japanese style.
Yeah.
And like, because one thing I noticed, and I think is something that puts crowds off, was that when Ho Lun would kick someone, he wouldn't make the sound, like he wouldn't do the clapping sound, and that's because some people aren't taught that way. You know,
you're just taught to kick someone.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just taught to kick. But
sometimes those kind of crowds are trained to where if somebody kicks, you need to hear a sound.
Like if there's a chop, but if it's like one of the heavy chops where it thuds instead of like snaps.
Yeah, sometimes crowds will shit on it, and it's like.
And I'm sorry, those chops that thud hurt way more than the chops that make noise.
Right, exactly.
it's a true fact.
It's just that kind of weird mentality about it, but like, I think that's kind of also, and no one won with the knee bar again. Both matches where guys worked on the leg. I did like the psychologiness of him working on the leg. Particularly when Noam when Ho Lun hit that, I think it was a Germany hit, and then couldn't bridge on the leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was good.
I thought that was.
I think Tozawa did something like that too the first time he went for a German.
Yeah, it was really good. That in that sense, I want to see. So Noam advances. He's facing the winner of Zack Sabre and Drew Gulak, and I think that will hopefully be the match that sells me a no.
I really hope so, because right now
because they mentioned that he's wrestled Sabre in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say that if because my prediction is Sabre will advance.
Well, yeah, naturally,
yeah. I'd like to think that match will be really good.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll sell.
But Full Sail. We need to have a talk. His name is Noam Dar, not Noam Darth. Don't do a Star Wars theme. Just don't. Dar. You sound like idiots. Just chant Noam Dar. Noam Dar. It's an easy name to chant.
Here's my thing though. I'm fine with the Full Sail crowd doing that kind of thing at times where they make chants, like songs based off chants, like the Enzo stuff. I know that was a London thing or whatever.
But it has to make
when
sense.
You do it, I know, but not even that. But like when you do it all the time, like it makes those feel lesser than. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't chant everyone's gonna kill you. Like you can't chant Joe's gonna kill you. You can't chant Shinsuke's gonna kill you. You can't chant Asuka's gonna kill you. All in the same show. You can't do that. Like,
no. I think that because those are more utilitarian wrestling chants. But when you're doing parodies of songs as chants, I think that's the part that kills me.
But that wasn't even a parody of the song. That was just doing the song.
But that's what I mean. Like when you're doing song-based chants, like you need. I hate it because you can almost hear them thinking it out. You can almost hear them thinking, what's a song where we can use this last name?
But see, Eamon, see, therein lies the problem.
Like
when they're thinking of a chant, they're not watching the fucking match.
No, I agree.
Watch the match.
And that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that also lessens those organic ones that the NXT crowd has created, like the Enzo Amore chant to Seven Nation Army. Like, that stuff is now iconic and part of WWE. You know, they're doing it on Raw now and stuff like that, and that's cool. But if you do song-themed chants for everyone, it doesn't work as well. Like, it makes all of them seem lesser. All of them seem less special. That's my thing about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my call to the Full Sail crowd. I know you're trying to be creative, but you need to save it.
Sometimes you can just watch the match.
Think of it from like if you're a wrestler trying to pull out a big move. Save it for when it's really good and really appropriate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it just seemed like they didn't know what to do at a certain point in a match, and instead of being quiet and watching a show like most crowds do, they're like, oh, we need to say something. We're not talking. We need to talk. Words. Star Wars are words. Dar, 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 dar. Like,
can I just say, I would really love if a wrestling crowd just started yelling words during. I would love that. I would pop for that. But yeah,
like it reminds me of Eamon. Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
I've seen some episodes. Yeah.
Okay, there's one part that came to my mind, like where two of the characters are trying to pretend not to be listening to other people talking, and one of them's like, "Oh, we should be saying something now. We should be talking. Like, why aren't we doing something? People are gonna think we're suspicious or we're not. Like, words, phrases, catchphrase. Like they're just saying."
I will say that actually, and I'm sorry we're going into a fan discussion of the Cruiserweight Classic, but like that's actually I think kind of an interesting thought. Like a thought process, because I've felt that to a degree sometimes in wrestling when I'm a fan watching a show. Like if you ever hear like I'm the kind of person that if there's a lull, I'll start doing the slow clap, like build up clap, because I'm impulsed to do it.
Okay.
Because I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like nothing's happening right now. Everyone's quiet. I need to start this chant so the wrestlers don't feel like they're losing everyone.
And I understand that, but sometimes, and I think even wrestlers know, you have to be okay with comfortable silences.
Yeah.
Like, there are times where we know, like, it's a rest hold or it's a setup hold, and you don't really have to chant during that. Like, you don't have to chant during entire matches. Okay. You don't. And I know I'm saying this now, and I'm probably going to be one of those assholes chanting during everything at TakeOver. But... But still, I'm just like, there are a lot of times where I go to wrestling shows and I just shut the fuck up. It's like having a conversation. You have to be okay with comfortable silences. It doesn't really work so much on like podcasts, because if you do comfortable silences, then people just think something happened with their iPads. Like, or like if you're doing commentary, Eamon, even then.
Well, I don't think that works, because sometimes silence works. Sometimes you gotta let stuff breathe. But
yeah, especially on Impact. The more silence, the better.
Well, let's not talk about that. Let's keep talking.
Yes, the last match this week, Eamon, what was it?
Last match of this week was Anthony Nese taking on Brian Kendrick. This match is great. Two, I really love the opening of this match where Nese just kicks him immediately.
Just beats the fuck out of Brian. Like,
it's so good.
I don't know if Brian Kendrick is supposed to be a heel or a face. I don't know, but I'm okay with not knowing. Because I think he, like, whether he's a heel or a face, legitimately just depends on who he's wrestling.
Yeah. And I didn't think he was... I like this match because I think Brian wasn't over... Brian's one of the least flashier people in this tournament, and I think
which is ironic.
Right, yeah.
Given the Brian Kendrick, like, what he's done in the past, that's pretty ironic.
Yeah, but I love it. Like, I think it works. He's playing a really great character. He's playing a great role, and I just Anthony Nese, I think, obviously his first match in the tournament kind of fell flat because of some of stuff that was happening, but he really delivered here. I thought he was awesome in this match.
Yeah, he was much more impressive this match.
Yeah. I was really, really excited with what he put forward.
And the finish where Kendrick actually just like did the cruiserweight version of the Undertaker sit up was awesome.
Yeah. It was really good. Yeah.
I really like Brian using the bully choke.
I really love that as a submission. It's really good.
Because like you wouldn't think someone like Brian Kendrick would use a submission where he just wrenches your neck up, but here we are.
I also love that Nese countered it the first time he tried to do it by just standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that was really, really good. Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth, and Nese got. Nese got a lot of offense in this, and I think that was the right way to go about it.
Yeah, because Kendrick definitely played like the babyface in peril for a good majority of the match.
And also, I think it just works with his character being the idea that he's the veteran in this tournament. He's trying to prove that he still has it in a sense. So I like that he's these newer guys he's stepping into the ring with, and he's kind of getting worked down by them a lot.
And he's also the oldest guy in the tournament now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm aiming Brian Kendrick versus Kota Ibushi.
That's gonna be. I don't know what that match looks like.
I don't know what that looks like. I don't know who wins. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, because when I saw Kota versus Cedric, I'm like, okay, I pretty much know where that one's going to go, and I know kind of what that's going to look like. This one, fuck. It's going to... God damn, it's going to be so good. I can't wait. I wish it was taking place later in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so, Eamon, we've been doing this thing. Every loser this week, who would you want WWE to sign?
I think this one is kind of... obviously, all of them are great from this week's show. Jack Gallagher, I think, deserves to be signed. I think he has earned the audience's love. I would love to see... I don't know, like... Because obviously they're bringing a bunch of cruiserweights from this to Raw for the cruiserweight division. Mm-hmm. I hope they bring someone like a Gallagher. Because I hope they don't just bring all the guys that are traditional cruiserweights, like the Lucha Libre, high-flying, that style of wrestler. I hope they bring some map-based guys, too,
Yeah. I mean, my first pick was going to be Gallagher, but I'm not going to repeat the one you said. So I'm going to go Ho Lun.
Okay.
I feel like Ho Lun would really shine on Raw, especially against like a guy like Neville.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be awesome. Or even like throw him in with Sami Zayn. I think that'd be a really, really fun match.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really great. And plus, to my knowledge, like I have a pretty good wrestling memory. I don't remember anyone who is billed from China who actually was from China.
Because you don't think of a lot of people that are built from China from WWE.
Yeah, I can't think. There's a lot of Japan, even a few like Mongolians, but I cannot remember like someone billed and booked from China.
Yeah.
Like I think the closest thing we had was China, and that's not even close at all.
That doesn't count. But yeah, no, I would like to see that kind of representation on WWE for sure.
And I think they could use it, especially they've expanded into China now. They've had shows there.
They just signed they just signed that Chinese athlete, the 7 foot tall one.
Oh yeah, and I mean John Cena speaks Mandarin for Christ's sake. Let's do this. Let's team up John Cena and Ho Lun. They would be an unstoppable tag team because they could speak in Mandarin to each other and no one would know what they were talking about.
Jesus.
Could you imagine that? God damn it. When I get WWE 2K17, I'm downloading a Ho Lun created wrestler, and him and John Cena are going to be my tag champs.
God.
That's going to happen, Eamon. Alrighty. So, Eamon, where do you rank the Cruiserweight Classic this week?
Cruiserweight Classic's #1 this week. Really, really fun action. Like we say every week. Really, really great stuff this week in the tournament.
Yeah, it's #1 for me this week, too. And I can't stress how, like, we didn't even mention it this week, basically. The commentary on this show is so good.
It is
It's
really good.
so
Yeah.
so goddamn good. If I had one wrestling wish right now, it would be to replace JBL and Bryan on SmackDown. Just
Mhm.
Morrow and Bryan have such a great rapport with each other, and they're only getting better. Like, I just want to see more of them. Like, I want to hear more of them. They have a really really good chemistry with each other.
Totally. Yeah. So we also got the final matches next week for the second round. And I'll just run through those real quick. We got Lindsay Dorado against Rich Swann. That'll be happening. We've got Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Drew Gulak. And then in the main event of the round 2, we got Johnny Gargano and TJ Perkins. So those are all looking to be really, really fun stuff. I think next week's going to be really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of, if they're airing them in that order, I kind of like that Johnny Gargano is like the main event of every round.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a really interesting way of doing it, especially because like he's the known guy from NXT. Like I just think it's really fun. All
Absolutely.
right, so Eamon, where can the people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Aiming2Please. You can also check out the wrestling promotion I'm involved with, Inspire Pro Wrestling, over at InspireProWrestling.com. We just had a show last Sunday that featured WWE Cruiserweight Classic competitor Lindsay Dorado. Keep an eye out on our social media and that when that event will be out, because you'll want to check that out. It was a really, really fun match he was in. So, yeah, go support us.
Alrighty, you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. Also, hit up our Twitter page at Mayhem Show. Hit up our Facebook group. Tell us what you're thinking about the Cruiserweight Classic, and if you're not watching it, we'll give you more reasons on the Facebook group why you should be watching it, because it's really really good wrestling. All right, so for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.